Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Cinco Symposium. All right, we're gonna talk about fat acceptance and the fat movement and how it's progressing. That you can't say anything bad against fat people and where that ideology leads. So we're gonna get into this video and kind of show these women arguing back and forth a little bit. It's kind of funny. Before we do that, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the topics that I'm covering. But all right, let's get into it. Let's listen to what they got to say.
Come and hopefully hear some of the other sides of the arguments and the other side of the debate, some more informed opinions possibly as well.
I wouldn't say more informed opinions, but I'm happy to listen to other opinions.
Coming in.
I think you imagine
Coming in
that
hot.
your personal experience is actually some sort of universal truth, and you're trying to impose that universal truth on everybody else. For example, because I have experienced this, it therefore is a truth which we must adhere to. But in fact, your experience is very unique as everybody else's is, and it just doesn't. It's not relevant.
Because usually you talk about yourself as if you're healthy.
I am.
That's just
You know,
like,
that's
no.
just-
Okay, so you know my GP, you know my doctor, you know what's going on for me.
All right, I mean, like, obviously we can look at this woman and we can see, like, you can't see all of her, but you can tell she's a bigger lady. She's a bigger lady. And, like, is she healthy? Okay, like, what does health mean to you? You know, that's kind of vague and people are going to take it always. But as far as being overweight is never, in a sense, good for you. When you're talking about, like, this woman's at least 30+% body fat composition, that's not good. That's harder. I mean, you're eating more, you're putting your digestive system in stress, eating more, eating probably things that aren't good for you, not good for your heart. Your liver's overworking, your heart's overworking, your joints are getting overworked. They got more pressure than was designed to be on them. It's not good for your body.
I'm looking at you and I'm making an assessment that is
So you've
not
just made-
healthy
so
to
you- so
carry
basically
that
you've just
much
made-
weight on your knees.
So you've just made a visual decision.
Absolutely, and that's how we.
And so this
that's
is
how
where you're
a lot
basing
of
your
mine
premise.
works.
You made a
you're
visual.
basing
It's
your premise on the fact that visually you find larger people unacceptable.
like visually, it's just you can see. Like visually, you can look at things, and I mean, if you want to dive in and look at the things of how they, how they look at cholesterol and all the levels, and I mean, like all the tests and everything. I mean, like it's visually us looking at something, going, yeah, this isn't good.
I just don't believe you're healthy in that state. No.
Do you not realise where you're going with this? This is
How did
actually,
you get this big?
This is actually to do with a hate crime.
You're a victim of
perpetuating
hate
it.
crime.
Absolutely.
It's a hate crime. Hate crime now.
Do call the police. There's
you
a
like to bring the
telephone.
police in?
There's a telephone right there. Feel
I think we
free.
should do it right now.
Go for it. Go for it. There's a phone.
Great.
It's
Can I
probably
have my
nine from
phone
that.
and we'll call the police.
Would you like it brought to you? Because it's probably
Absolutely.
going to be hard to
Oh,
walk
no, no,
there.
no problem.
I just find it
Yeah. It became personally offensive, and I believe it is a hate crime, and I'd like to report it.
It's personally offensive, and I believe it's a hate crime. See, and that's where this whole hate crime, this hate speech bullshit is the ideology that I absolutely detest. So, because we're going to get offended at something that somebody says, we're going to call hate crime. First of all, it was originally designed for like hate crime, and hate speech was anything to do with your race, right? If you said anything racist, which, as we know, me existing, anything I say is automatically racist because I'm white. So it's already opened the doorway to just anything being possible. And that's why I'm a free speech absolutist, and I believe that it's all bogus anyway. We shouldn't have hate crimes or hate speech laws. If someone does a crime, it's already a crime. It's already something that was illegal. Hate speech is just a way to try to shut something from people saying, or from saying something. And like, don't get me wrong, there are people who are actually racist and will say, like, I hate this certain person because of certain immutable characteristics they can't change. There are people like that. They still have the right to say it. That, like, yeah, it's offensive. They don't like people that don't like me for the color of my skin. That's fine. They're able to have that opinion. They're able to express it. I know who they are because they did express and said it out loud, and I don't want to hang around them. I have that opportunity, and I think that if someone was treating you that way, that you should want to do that too. But so we've opened up the doorway where, okay, well, it's hate speech. He said something that broke hate speech law. So now we're involving the government. Now we're going to punish people with fines or jail time and threaten them against saying certain things. So then you start having, it becomes a tool for people to use for power, where they go, I don't like what this person's saying, so you know what I can do to make them stop? I can just say they're racist. I can just say it's hate speech. It's hate speech. They can't call me fat, and you get to shut them up. And that's a tool of power and a tyrannical, despotic, evil thing that is, at least, obviously these people sound like they're from Britain, as I would guess. And they don't have the certain freedoms that we do. But this, I'm afraid that this stuff is ever moving closely to in the United States. I mean, United States, that's what they say all the time. We got hate crimes, and then people want to say, oh, it's hate speech, and they want to shut you down. They want to shut you up. That's an ideology that I'm not a part of. Like I said, it's going to be a tool for power. Just as this, it's already become a tool for power outside the realms of anything to do with color. Now it's gone on to the fat realm, where if you call me fat or you call me unhealthy, and I'm a 500-pound slob, well, I'm going to take offense to that. And I now have the ability to shut you up and not allow you to talk or say anything because what you said offended me, right? It hurt my feelings. And when you start judging things and bringing in laws to go off people's feelings, well, then it's endless. It's literally endless. It can go anywhere because I can get offended for anything. All I gotta do is get the main media and the main people and everybody and the majority to go, oh yeah, and just go along with it. And also, we're arresting so many people for everything. No, absolutely not. This is so bogus. We need to look at these people when they get offensive and they're like, yeah, you can be offended. You can be offended. You're allowed to be offended. And that woman's allowed to be mean. I personally think it's funny, and I think some humiliation goes a long way with some people. I'm not saying you should just go out and be rude to fat people. I think you should encourage them to lose weight. I think we need to continue the idea that being fat and overweight is not a good thing. I think it's a free, in the United States, it's a free country. Losing that, a little bit more every day, but if you want to go eat a hamburger, go eat a hamburger. I'm not telling you can't. I'm just saying, should you eat that hamburger? Or like, if you're going to eat that hamburger, maybe you should go for a walk or a run. Or maybe you should strive to lose weight. Maybe you should strive to be a healthy weight where you're not overburdening your joints, where you're not going to be broken down at an earlier age, where you're going to be able to be older and move better and not be a burden on the society. You don't have to go to the hospital as much. I don't want people to be involved in the hospital. I don't want that. And the more and more we move to, we got to have universal health care. We got to have all this. And then the biggest killers in the United States right now, at least, probably the world, but at least in the United States, you got cardiovascular disease that's killing more people than anything else because they're eating terribly. They're overweight. They don't exercise. Why don't we push a healthy movement? And when we push back at this, well, you're just fat phobic. I'm not scared of fat people. And I don't hate them because they're fat. But I'm not going to stand idly by while they try to promote it and say, like, oh, this is such a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. I'm going to push back against that. And when you try to get the police involved, when you try to get the government involved to shut people down because they said something mean to you, I'm going to push back against that too. Stop being such a titty baby. Get up off your butt. Stop eating the potato chips so much. Go walk. Get outside. Get some sunshine. Go to the gym. Go hike. Get to moving. Go get a bicycle. Get a scooter. Just get outside. But yeah, I'm going to continue to push back against this, and I'm just so sick of this fat acceptance movement, that we got to be nice, or that you have to be nice, and if you're not nice about it and you're not accepting of them, then you deserve to be punished criminally. No, it's evil ideology. Anytime you're trying to control somebody's speech, it's an evil ideology in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Until next time, y'all have a wonderful day.